cold seeps into your bones first. It is a deep, invasive chill, a feeling that cryosleep was never meant to hold. Your eyes flicker open. The pod hisses, releasing its icy grip. You stumble out onto the cold deck plates. Your muscles scream in protest. The bridge of the starship Phoenix is dark. Emergency lights cast long, dancing shadows. Every console is silent. Every screen is blank. A thick layer of dust covers everything. You are alone. You call out for your crew. Only silence answers. You find your way to the main command chair. Your chair. The leather is cracked and cold. You touch the master console. It hums to life with a faint, weary glow. A single message waits for you. A final report from Fleet Command. You read the date. It is impossible. You have been asleep for over 100 years. The message is short. It is brutal. The war is over. Humanity lost. Every colony is gone. Every fleet is shattered. Earth itself is a silent ruin. You are the last one. A soft, calm voice fills the silence. Welcome back, Captain. It is Alara, the ship's AI. Her holographic form shimmers into view beside you. She looks like a ghost made of pale blue light. I'm sorry you had to wake up to this. You stare at the star chart. It is a map of ghosts. Every human system is marked with a red X, a graveyard of blinking lights. You are the sole survivor, the last human aboard the last starship. This ship, the Phoenix, is all that remains. Alara explains your final mission. It was encoded by the last admiral, a desperate, final command. You are not to seek revenge. You are not to rage against the dark. Your mission is simple. Survive. Carry the memory of humanity into the void. You are a ghost ship with a ghost crew, a relic of a fallen civilization. But the Phoenix is not just any ship. She is an experimental vessel. Her systems are unique. Her drive is a mystery. You are to ensure that the story of humankind does not end in a silent scream. It must become a legend, an echo that never fades. You spend days getting to know your ship again. The Phoenix feels vast and empty. Every corridor echoes with lost voices. Alara is your only companion. Her logic is a comfort against the crushing silence. She manages the ship's functions perfectly. She cannot, however, fix the hole in your heart. Your mission is survival. But survival requires mastery of this vessel, especially its greatest secret, the Echo Drive. Star science experts called it a theoretical impossibility. A drive that does not travel through space. It makes space travel through it. A subtle but terrifying difference. Alara brings its systems online. The engine room, once loud and hot, is now quiet. A low thrum vibrates through the deck. A sphere of liquid metal floats in the center of the chamber. This is the heart of the Echo Drive. It pulses with a soft, silver light. The drive is ready, Captain, Alara says. Her voice is calm, but you detect a flicker in her form. Is it excitement or fear? You return to the bridge. The main view screen shows the blackness of empty space. You take a deep breath. It is time to see what this ghost ship can really do. You place your hand on the activation throttle. A series of complex symbols glow on the console. The calculations are approximate, Alara admits. The original engineers never finished their work. A little late for a warning, you think. You push the throttle forward. The ship does not lurch. It does not accelerate. Instead, the universe outside your window melts. The stars stretch into long lines of light. Colors you have never seen bleed into existence. The fabric of reality seems to groan under the strain. You feel a strange pulling sensation, as if you are in two places at once. The ship shudders violently. Red alerts flash across the console. Drive instability detected. Alara reports calmly. I recommend we stop. You grip the controls, your knuckles white. You need to understand this power. You need to control it. You push the drive a little harder. The star streaks outside twist into impossible shapes. You see echoes of other places, other times. A nebula being born. A star dying in a silent explosion. The drive is not just bending space, it is showing you its memories. After a moment that feels like an eternity, you pull back. The universe snaps back to normal. You have moved 10 light years in less than a minute. And you have no idea how you did it. Weeks pass in the deep void. You and Alara fall into a routine. You run drills. You optimize power. You study the star charts, looking for a safe harbor, a place to hide, a place to start your long, lonely vigil. The silence is a constant companion, a reminder of all you have lost. Then, one day the silence is broken. A single contact appears on your long-range sensors. It is small, fast, and on an intercept course. Alara analyzes its energy signature. The result is unmistakable. It is a scout ship, one of theirs. The enemy that destroyed your species. A cold fire builds in your gut. Your mission is to survive. But survival does not mean you have to run. Not always. This is a lone ship, a straggler, an opportunity. Alara, you say, your voice low. Bring weapons online, all of them. Captain, she replies, her tone flat. Our orders are to avoid contact, to preserve the memory of humanity. You look at the approaching ship on the screen, a sleek, black dart shaped like a thorn. They made humanity a memory, you reply. It's time we returned the favor. This is not about vengeance. This is about a message. Humanity is not gone. It is waiting. The enemy scout approaches without caution. It probably thinks you are drifting wreckage, a dead hulk from a forgotten battle. You let it get closer. You power down all non-essential systems. You make the Phoenix look as dead as possible, a hunter playing dead. The scout is almost on top of you. You can see its dark, insect-like form. No windows, no lights. Just a perfect, menacing shape. Target is in optimal range, Alara states. Your heart pounds in your chest. This is your first kill. Your first blow in a war that is already over. Fire, you whisper. The Phoenix comes alive. Its hidden weapon ports slide open. Lances of pure energy spear through the darkness. They strike the scout ship with perfect accuracy. For a moment, nothing happens. The ship seems to absorb the energy. Then, fractures of light appear across its hull. They spread like cracks in ice. The ship comes apart in a silent, brilliant flash. There is no sound in the vacuum of space. Just a brief, beautiful, and terrible burst of light. Then, only a cloud of expanding debris remains. You have drawn first blood. The emptiness feels a little less empty now. You watch the wreckage cool. The fire inside you cools with it. What have you done? You have betrayed your final orders. You have put your mission, humanity's last hope, at risk. All for a single moment of satisfaction. You should feel guilty. But you do not. You feel alive. Captain, I am detecting a signal, Alara says. Her voice pulls you from your thoughts. It is coming from the wreckage of the scout. Your brow furrows. An automated distress call? No, the signal is too weak. Too strange. It is not an enemy frequency. You move the Phoenix closer. Your sensors scan the debris field. The signal is a repeating loop, a complex string of data that makes no sense. It is not a language you recognize. It is more like a mathematical proof, a whisper of pure logic in the chaos. The signal's origin is ancient, Alara says. Her holographic form flickers again. The carrier wave is older than the enemy ship, by thousands of years. This is impossible. The enemy scout was new. How could it carry a signal thousands of years old? You decide to retrieve the source. It is a risk. The enemy might have heard the scout's destruction. They could be on their way. But this mystery is too deep to ignore. You use a tractor beam to pull in a piece of the wreckage, a twisted piece of black metal. Embedded within it is a small, crystalline object. It is the source of the signal. It pulses with a faint internal light. The object is a data storage device, but it is not enemy technology. It is something else entirely, something alien to both you and them. You interface it with the Phoenix's computers. Alara works to decode the ancient message. It is a slow process. The logic is complex, layered. Finally, she breaks the first layer of encryption. It is not a message. It is a map, a set of star coordinates. They point to a system deep within an uncharted nebula. What is it, Alara? You ask. What is this place? I do not know, she answers. The data is incomplete, but the signal is a beacon, a call to a specific location. A trap? A warning? Or something else? You look at the coordinates on the screen. Your mission is to survive. Hiding in a nebula seems like a good way to do that. You have to know what this is. You set a course. The memory of humanity can wait. The future cannot. The journey takes you through the swirling clouds of the Ghost Head Nebula. The gases interfere with your sensors. You are flying blind, relying only on the ancient map. The Phoenix glides through veils of purple and green dust. It feels like you are sailing through a dream. The coordinates lead you to a single, dying star. It is a red giant. Its light is weak and weary. It casts a blood-red glow on the system's planets. And what a system it is! It is a graveyard, a tomb for an entire civilization. Every planet is shattered. Huge chunks of rock and metal float in silent orbits. The remains of vast cities drift through space. You see the ghostly outlines of colossal structures, towers that once touched the clouds, bridges that spanned entire continents. All of it is broken, destroyed. Alara, what happened here? You ask, your voice a whisper. The destruction is total, she replies. The energy signatures match the weapons used against human colonies. It was them. The enemy was here. This civilization, whoever they were, suffered the same fate as yours. They were silenced. You see their ships too. Great, elegant vessels now twisted into metallic skeletons. They are far larger than anything humanity ever built. This was a powerful, advanced race, and they were wiped out just the same. A cold dread settles over you. You are not the first to fall. You are just the latest in a long line of victims. The strange signal is still pulsing. It seems stronger here. It is coming from the largest of the dead worlds. A planet that was cracked open like an egg. Its core is exposed, glowing with residual heat. You guide the Phoenix into the planet's massive canyon-like fracture. The silence here is different. It is heavy. It feels watchful. The debris of the dead world floats around you. It is like flying through a field of tombstones. Your sensors are still struggling with the nebula's interference. You are on edge. Every shadow seems to hold a threat. The signal is coming from just ahead, Alara says. You see it then, a structure deep within the planet's core. It is a massive geometric edifice. It is undamaged, untouched by the destruction that ravaged the rest of the system. The source of the beacon is inside. Then Your proximity alarms scream. The nebula outside your ship lights up. Dozens of energy signatures appear on your screen. They are everywhere, surrounding you, blocking your only exit. Sleek, black ships shaped like thorns. An entire enemy fleet. The ancient signal was not a call for help. It was bait. And you swam right into the trap. Panic tries to grip you. An entire fleet. You are one ship. Your weapons are useless against such numbers. They have you cornered, pinned down inside a dead planet, a perfect tomb. The enemy ships hold their position. They do not fire. They are just watching, waiting. They are hailing us, Alara says, her voice tight. They are broadcasting on all frequencies. It is a demand. On the main screen, a single stark symbol appears, a perfect circle. The symbol of the Silenti, the enemy. Their message is simple. Surrender. Be silent. This is how they do it. This is their hunt. They use the relics of their past victims to lure in new ones. Survivors. Rebels. Anyone who might break the perfect silence they crave. You look at the symbol. You think of Earth. You think of the billion silent graves they created. Surrender is not an option. Ilara, you say, your voice steady. Prepare the Echo Drive. Plot a jump to random coordinates, anywhere but here. Her holographic form flickers badly. Captain, a jump from this position is impossible. The planet's gravity well is too strong. The drive will tear the ship apart. Do it, you command. It is your only chance. A slim, desperate hope. Destruction by your own hand is better than becoming their trophy. The enemy fleet begins to move. They are closing the net, tightening the trap. They are not going to wait for your answer. You race to the engine room. The silver sphere of the Echo Drive pulses. It seems to sense your desperation. You override the safety protocols. You push the power levels far beyond any tested limit. Alarms blare across the ship. The deck plates begin to vibrate violently. You strap yourself into the pilot's chair. The Silenti fleet is visible on your screen. They are preparing to fire. Ilara, now, you shout. You slam the activation throttle forward. This time, there is no gentle melting of reality. The universe shatters. The view screen becomes a hurricane of light and color. It is not a journey. It is an explosion. You feel the Phoenix screaming around you. The metal groans. The systems spark and die. The ship is being ripped apart by the forces you have unleashed. You are tearing a hole in the very fabric of space. You lose consciousness. The last thing you see is the view screen cracking. The last thing you feel is a violent, wrenching pull. You are thrown into an abyss, lost in a place that is not on any star chart. You escape the trap, but you may have just doomed yourself to a different kind of end. Alone and broken in an unknown reality, you awaken to the gentle hum of life support. The emergency lights are on. Most of the bridge is dark. The view screen is a spiderweb of cracks. But through them, you see something impossible. A star, a bright yellow sun, and a planet. A world of blue oceans and green continents. The Phoenix is crippled. You are bleeding atmosphere from a dozen breaches. The Echo Drive is shattered. You are stranded. But you are alive. Ilara's hologram appears. It is weak and distorted. Major structural damage, she reports. We are on emergency power. I have managed to put us in a stable orbit. You look at the world below. It is beautiful. A perfect jewel hanging in the blackness. Your long-range sensors are offline. You have no idea where you are. The random jump could have thrown you to the other side of the galaxy, or into another one entirely. As you stare at the planet, something moves on its surface. something that is not natural. A thin beam of light shoots up from the planet. It washes over your ship. It is not a weapon. It is a scan. And then a message appears on your console. In perfect old Terran standard. Welcome, traveler. We saw you fall. You are safe here. Relief and suspicion war within you. Who are they? How do they know your language? But you have no choice. Your ship is dying. You accept their guidance. A hidden door opens in the planet's atmosphere. A shimmering energy field. It leads you into the planet's core. You are not flying into rock and magma. You are flying into a hollow world. A vast, open space lit by a miniature sun at its center. A Dyson sphere, but built inside a planet. Cities cling to the inner surface. It is a secret world, a sanctuary. They guide you to a landing platform. As the Phoenix settles, you see them, the inhabitants. They are tall, slender beings. Their skin has a soft, bioluminescent glow. They are the keepers, and they have been hiding in this world, which they call Haven, for centuries. Hiding from the same enemy, the Silenti. The leader of the keepers, an elder named Lyra, greets you. She speaks with a calm, ancient wisdom. She explains that your dramatic arrival was unexpected. No one has broken through the Silenti blockade in 1,000 years, she says. We thought we were all that was left. They take you to their central archives, a library of light. Here they show you the history of the Silenti. They are not conquerors. They are not destroyers in the traditional sense. They are something far stranger, something far more terrifying. Lyra shows you ancient records, visions from a dozen extinct races, all telling the same story. The Silenti believe that life itself is a flaw, a chaotic, noisy corruption of the universe's perfect state. That state, they believe, is absolute silence, total entropy, the final, peaceful dark. Their goal is not to rule the galaxy. It is to end it. They hunt down any civilization that grows too loud, too advanced. They extinguish them, erasing them from existence. They see it as an act of cosmic mercy, a way to restore the universe to its pure, silent state. They are not an army. They are a cleansing fire, an apocalypse with a purpose. For them, a silent galaxy is a perfect one. It is not evil. It is an obsession. You finally understand. The whispers you heard in the wreckage, the trap in the graveyard of giants. The Silenti are not just killing. They are curating. They are pruning reality. And humanity was their latest project. The revelation is chilling. It is worse than simple malice. It is a philosophy of total annihilation. The keepers of Haven have survived by being quiet. They have hidden in their hollow world for ages. They have powered down. They have muffled their existence. They have watched civilizations rise and fall, too afraid to intervene, too afraid to make a sound. But your arrival has changed everything. The Phoenix, a ship that can tear holes in reality. You, a survivor filled with a fire they have not seen in centuries. Lyra looks at you. Her glowing eyes hold a flicker of something new. Hope. The Silenti are not gods, she says. They have a weakness. She reveals their greatest secret. The Silenti are a hive mind, a networked consciousness. Their strength is their unity, but it is also their vulnerability. Every fleet, every ship, is controlled from a single point, a central command nexus. Destroy the nexus, and you shatter the silence. You break their network. You turn their unified fleet into chaos. The nexus is a legend, a ghost. No one knows where it is, except the keepers. Their oldest records contain a map they have been too terrified to use. It leads to the Silenti core, the heart of their silent empire. It is the most heavily defended place in the galaxy, an impossible target. But you have the Phoenix, or what is left of it, and you have the Echo Drive. Even broken, it is a power the Silenti do not understand. A plan begins to form, a desperate, insane plan. An attack on the heart of the void itself. A mission to shatter the silence for good. You must convince the Keepers to fight. They are a people of peace. They have survived by hiding. To ask them to fight is to ask them to betray their very nature. You stand before their council. The elders look at you with ancient, weary eyes. They have seen empires turn to dust. They know the cost of war. You do not speak of vengeance. You do not speak of glory. You speak of the future. You tell them of humanity, of our art, our music, our laughter. You tell them that a universe without a voice is not a universe worth living in. You tell them that silence is not peace. It is an absence. We made noise, you say. We loved and we fought. We explored and we created. The Silenti want to erase that. They want to erase every story, every song, every memory. Hiding here will not save you forever. Eventually, the silence will come for you too. Your words stir something in them, the fire of your human spirit. Your refusal to be silenced. It is a spark in their long, quiet darkness. Lyra steps forward. She places a glowing hand on your shoulder. Our quiet has been our prison, she says. You have shown us that a single voice can still echo in the dark. We will fight with you. The decision is made. An alliance is forged. An alliance of fire and shadow. The Keepers have ships, small, fast, stealth vessels. They are not powerful. But they are ghosts. They can move undetected. And they have knowledge. Centuries of watching the Silenti. They know their tactics, their patrol routes, their blind spots. Your ship, the Phoenix, becomes the heart of this new, tiny fleet. The Keepers help you repair it. Their technology is different, organic, bioluminescent. They weave it into the broken systems of your ship. The Phoenix is reborn, a fusion of human engineering and Keeper artistry. The Echo Drive is partially restored. It is unstable, dangerous, but it works. The plan is simple. The Keeper fleet will create a diversion. They will use their stealth to strike at key Silenti relays. They will make noise, lots of it. They will draw the attention of the outer guard fleets. And while the Silenti are looking the other way, you will make your move. You will fly the Phoenix directly into the heart of the Nexus. It is a suicide mission. But it is the only way. The day comes. You stand on the bridge of your reborn ship. The cracked view screen has been replaced. It now shows the small, elegant ships of the Keeper fleet. They move in perfect formation around you. Alara's form is stable now, glowing with a soft, green light from the Keeper's technology. All systems are nominal, Captain, she says. The fleet is ready. You give the command. Begin the assault. The Keeper ships vanish. They engage their stealth drives and race towards their targets. You are alone again, waiting for the signal, waiting for the chaos to begin. Minutes feel like hours. The silence stretches. Then the void erupts. Alarms flash across the Silenti network. The Keepers have struck. They are fast, precise. They hit a dozen targets at once. The Silenti are thrown into confusion. Their perfect, orderly network is disrupted. Fleets are diverted. Patrols are scrambled. This is your chance. Alara, engage the Echo Drive, you say. Take us to the core. The ship hums. The universe outside your window begins to melt. You plunge into the storm. The Silenti core system appears before you. It is a fortress, a star system built for war. The Nexus is at its center, a moon-sized space station of black, crystalline metal. It is surrounded by thousands of ships, the largest fleet you have ever seen. The diversion worked. The fleet is in disarray, but they see you now. A single ship appearing from nowhere. They turn to face you. A wall of black thorns. The final battle has begun. The last battle for the sound of life itself. Lances of energy scorch the space around you. The Phoenix dances between them. Your new shields, woven by the Keepers, absorb the blows. You fire back. Your weapons, enhanced and deadly, punch holes in their formation. But there are too many. For every one you destroy, 10 more take its place. Shields are failing, Ilara reports. Hull breaches on multiple decks. The ship shudders under the constant barrage. You are getting closer to the Nexus. But you are not going to make it. Not like this. There is only one path left. One final, desperate act. Ilara, you say, your voice calm. Target the Nexus core. Plot a direct course. Take all remaining power from shields and weapons. Put it all into the engines. She hesitates. Captain, that course is a collision. We will not survive. I know, you say. Just get us there. The Phoenix ceases its evasive maneuvers. It becomes a spear, a missile aimed at the heart of the silence. It surges forward. The enemy ships close in, firing everything they have. The ship is coming apart around you, but you do not flinch. You think of Earth. You think of the Keepers. You think of every song that was ever sung. You are the final note of humanity's symphony, and it will be a loud one. You are almost there. The surface of the Nexus fills the view screen. You can see the central energy conduit, your target. The ship screams its final protest. You close your eyes. You are the Phoenix, and this is your final, burning flight. You hit the Nexus. The impact is silent, but the result is a supernova of light and energy. The Echo Drive, unstable and overloaded, detonates. It does not just explode, it rips a hole in reality. A wave of impossible energy washes out from the point of impact. It hits the Nexus, it hits the fleet, it shatters the silence. Across the galaxy, the Silenti network goes dark. The hive mind is broken. The ships drift, their crews suddenly alone. Confused. Lost. The perfect, unified silence is replaced by a cacophony of individual thought. The war is not over. But the Empire is shattered. The great enemy is broken. Your sacrifice is not an end. It is a beginning. The Keepers, seeing the Nexus fall, send out a message. A message to the hidden corners of the galaxy. A message to all the worlds that have been hiding in fear. The message is simple. The silence is broken. It is time to make some noise. From dead worlds and forgotten systems, survivors emerge. Races long thought extinct answer the call. A galactic rebellion is born, ignited by a single spark. The last human. In the ashes of one civilization, 1,000 others rise. Your echo will live on, not as a memory, but as a dawn, a new dawn, rising from the void.